Can you, so you kind of, you're at the infancy of this movement towards plant-based architecture in a lot of ways, right? It's a, we've talked about plant-based in terms of our food. This is really plant-based towards architecture and being able to, you know, use this renewable resource into that. So how does that, one of the things I think I've heard you say before is earth architecture. Is that kind of a little bit of how you see this is as a movement?
Kevin, I think the future of not just the building industry, but so many industries are plant-based. 10 years ago, who would have thought that Burger King would have a plant-based burger on their menu? Companies like Huggies and Pull-Ups are now incorporating sugarcane pulp into their diaper formulation so that they can claim some element of a plant-based constituency in their product. Companies like Crest and Colgate are including hemp seed oil in their toothpaste, so they can now claim that it's a plant-based toothpaste. Everything is going plant-based. In my opinion, I often use this metaphor and analogy of the sustainability locomotive. And on the front of that train was eating organic. In the middle of that train is what people put on their bodies. And on the very caboose of that train is the environments in which we live. And I think, that the front of that train has already come into the station. Now people are really thinking about the, cosmetics and, the soaps and shampoos and things that people put on their bodies. And I think the last stop of that sustainability awareness is the environments in which we live in. The EPA estimates that the average American, which I don't know about Canadians, but I think this might be true for the average American, they spend 90%, if not higher than 90% of their lives indoors. That has to have a huge and profound impact on our health and our well-being. And so in the future, if our environment, as in the built environment, is made with materials that emulate the natural world and are sourced and derived from the natural world, that will have a positive impact on not just our physical health, but I feel our psychological and emotional well-being. We've really become so separated from the natural world. And kind of going back to that senior research project I did where this thesis was the contemporary relevance of earth architecture, I think it's more relevant than ever to be living in plant-based materials and to be surrounding ourselves with materials that support our health. Because without that, we're going to live lives that are really separated from the natural world. And that's not based in humanity. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, humans were living in earthen structures, natural buildings. We've come so far away from that so quickly. I think in the rise of the petrochemical world that we live in, where we're surrounded by foams and sealants and gypsum-based drywall. I think everything that there is a problem with in our built environment, there is soon to be, if not already, a plant-based solution for it.